slight glitch there. Are you still there, Sapphirus? Because we accidentally stopped and started.
By accident.
Um,
There we go. There you go.
I hope our audience is still with us.
Yeah, they are.
Chat.
I can go to.
Coolio.
I go to here and say no.
Oh, great.
Well,
People got kicked out. Now they have to rejoin.
yeah, but that's. I did not mean to.
Because what were you doing? Were you fooling around?
No, no. Just.
What happened?
I'll tell you after.
I understand. I'd like to know what happened.
I'll tell you after.
Alright.
Well, as we were talking about with the whole facelift thing, going back to it.
Well, I kind of like to wait till anyone's back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're back.
Sorry about that.
All right, coolio.
It just what it was, I actually hit a button by accident on my computer.
Emma and her hotkeys.
Yes.
She's a hotkey.
I knew which key
girl.
it was. It just I actually hit the wrong one and it. You know, pull her back. It's like a fart in the wind.
Has to be hit with my princess wand.
You can hit me.
Ting. Turn you into a frog.
Or do you know what else I get? Buttons must be pressed.
Mm.
Do it. I'll do it.
Squeeze your banana.
Uh-huh.
Wait. It's reversed. I'm on the other side now.
Oh wait, yeah.
Not that it matters. I just noticed that. I was like, hey, it's reversed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It kind of looks good actually.
No. Yeah, but
Oh, it feels so weird and different because
there you go.
in the heat,
Yeah.
it's got a completely different texture.
No, it's actually the same texture.
No,
Yeah,
the heat's made it more, I don't know, gushy, for lack of a better term.
But for me, it's actually fine. It's the same texture. It's the outside of the banana that you're feeling, not the inside, but the gushy.
It's the plastic on under whatever it is.
Yeah.
Rubber, plastic-ish.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah. You see what I did though with the banana? I went. What is that? I was actually curious what that was.
It's the tube from inside a camera.
Oh. What kind of camera though?
TV camera.
Oh. Is that the thing that runs like the lens and all that?
Yeah.
And all that. So this would be the lens like right here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, we were talking about the facelift thing. Going back to that now.
Well, I just was saying how, you was... That makes me crunchy now.
Oh, I know. I'm not
I
doing
was
it.
saying, even with millions of dollars and access to the best plastic surgeons, with people like most celebrities have.
Yeah.
I'm not a person that watches celebrity news and all that kind of stuff. So I only know of like what I occasionally see here and there. But you think of people like Madonna and Simon Cowell and
all this crap
and whatnot. And Joan Rivers is famous just to show how old I am.
Oh yeah.
But none of those people look good or show positive results after having had their multi-million-dollar plastic surgery from the best surgeon in the world. It just didn't take. So it's like I wouldn't be able to afford that. I would be going to like the lowest quality or the medium quality surgeons that I could get for like $50,000, and if I had that. And so it would just be like
things like that.
That's why if I did anything, I would be wanting I'd be wanting the vocal surgery. I'd be wanting
tracheal shave.
The tracheal shave,
which I don't need.
Yeah, you're pretty not really showing there.
Yeah.
And
thinking about skipping FFS myself, I agree that all that money doesn't necessarily get the result I'd want or be maintained, which that is true. Because sometimes you may have to go back over time and like get, maybe this fixed up here, or maybe this fixed up here.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few people with amazing results.
Yeah. It just depends on the person, their face shape, and how much fat do they have on their face.
Yeah. And I've seen people that have meh results.
Yeah.
So it's just like the most notable one. I mean, I don't mind mentioning other streamers. There's this streamer named Nano.
Yeah.
Who I discovered when I first came out as trans or gender non-conforming or whatever. And I said I don't really do labels.
Yeah.
Nano. She doesn't really show too many pictures of what she looked like pre-FFS.
Yeah.
but
Because
now she looks like you wouldn't be able to tell. She looks like a super. Her face,
perfect woman.
Face is like super. Yeah, perfect. Not just perfect cis female, but perfect.
Yeah.
Super sexy.
Only thing
cis
the only
female,
thing you
the
can,
kind that you would see on the covers of fashion magazine kind of thing.
only thing you can find
Yeah.
is the timeline for her voice surgery between
So
before and after, but other than that, not really.
she's like the shining example of the best FFS you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. And whatnot.
But she may have been an incredibly feminine-looking guy. That's the word. That's the correct term.
Yeah.
Before it.
Yeah.
You know.
Like a hot guy, and then they change, and then they're
Well, there's
still hot.
I don't think guys the spectrum. Just the person was always. Anyway.
Well, just
to not use the incorrect semantics of gender.
Yeah.
She may have always been a really feminine-looking male, or really gender-neutral looking male, or
kind of like myself.
Or what's the term? Or really
normative.
Well, no, what's that's completely incorrect word.
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think.
What's the word? Androgynous. She might have always been a really androgynous person.
Yeah.
Always. You know, where it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So.
All that crap.
Yeah.
But yeah. These are something I forgot to mention this. We do want to try on stream, but we're gonna do it more on a day, either when it's too cool out, we can put these in the fridge, or when we go ahead and just decide to be like, you know what, we'll open them. Or thirst trap water.
Go up to the camera.
Thirst trap water. They're sustainable AF.
So it says.
And it says here, thirst making you thirsty. Saturate your sleigh with thirst trap. It's the drip. Our mountain spring water is identically wet, and our plastic-free aluminum can is identically recyclable, so you can quench both your thirst and your inner Thunberg. So it's our staple of our stream water that we want as our streaming water. Thirst trap. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
I'm gonna need to exfoliate after this.
No, yeah.
And I shower.
Oh, yeah.
I can just feel
I'll probably
the heat.
Yeah.
That's one thing definitely, and I need to make sure I'm on top of it, but I'm getting her to be on top of it.
Which I've actually gotten better at. More than she has.
Well, no,
it's moisturizing.
Moisturizing and exfoliating.
But I've gotten better at that.
Yeah. We've been putting what little spare money we have, which is nil.
Yeah.
But what little spare money we have into getting her laser hair treatments.
Yeah.
Around the face area.
As you can see, it doesn't look like it right now, but I don't really have makeup on right now, but you can barely tell, except for right here, because this one shows more than here, because it's a little bit thicker, but it's getting there, because I have, I think, one more treatment left, but we're hoping to get the full 10 there, and then if I can do it, get all over, but I've also heard from her perspective that some places it does hurt really bad.
I had mostly full body laser hair treatment years ago.
Yeah.
When I first came out. That's because I had
the money to do it.
Well, yeah, I had money from another source, which I don't have now. Because now we're broke bitches.
Yeah.
But at the time, I had extra money that I probably should have saved.
Yeah.
But there's that whole coming out and wanting to be more femme.
Yeah.
Stereotypical femme because just because you're a woman doesn't mean you can't have body hair.
Yeah.
But stereotypical femme. So I put, I don't know how much it was at the time, but at least $1,000, and into getting rid of body hair. And I fortunately was not very hairy to begin with. I didn't have any upper torso body
Compared
hair.
to myself, it was more hairy than.
No, not that.
If
you're like me though, neither of us have.
No, true. But the only place I'm actually more hairy is the down there.
Yeah, but I'm not even that much.
Well, no, if I actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Somebody else came in?
Yes.
Hey,
Hey.
Nathan, how are you?
Nathan, how are you? Welcome to the stream.
What's YWNBAW? What's an acronym for?
Yeah, what does YWNBAW mean?
Awesome, and on YouTube too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. We got this. You're our one of our
First YouTube watchers.
No, not first. We've had someone else.
No, well they did, and then they switched over to Twitch.
Yeah, but you're our first
person chatting from YouTube.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna say you're our fourth watcher overall.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
No, yeah.
Welcome to the stream.
Well, you just don't count my other account though.
If you don't mind my asking, did you find us from one of the several places that we posted about our stream at?
Yeah, or is it?
We just like finding out where people heard about that?
Yeah. Oh, it's Russian. We don't speak Russian, to be honest. We more, as you can tell, speak English.
Hopefully it's not a bot.
Oh yeah, hopefully it's not a bot either. But you'll never be able. Screw you.
Yeah, screw you.
Yeah, screw you. We don't care. I know you're just going to say this because you don't believe it, but screw you. I don't give a crap. Anywho.
So anyway, I fortunately do not have body hair.
Yeah.
On torso or back.
Yeah.
And I didn't have it on. I never really had it much anywhere.
Yeah.
So I didn't. There's some people who have spent like $5,000.
Yeah.
On it, and because they're so hairy. And you don't have that much to think about it.
I don't, but I have it more in the general area down here.
Yeah. But not that much anyway.
No. But if I actually let it grow out, you could tell I actually have a bush.
The best place, this is for me personally. The best place I had it done. I mean, I never even had a full beard.
Yeah.
The best place because like even here I always grew like just a small, not even a full, but a small, sparse. Sparse goatee patch, and a sparse mustache. So there's like some people have like the full goatee thing, like they can really grow it. Which one?
Yeah.
I can never even do that. It's always very sparse.
For me, it's mainly the stash area and the stubble right there.
So getting that removed was super fast and easy.
Yeah.
But the best place getting it done was easily my armpits.
Yeah.
And once that
and you can kind of see is that right now I do have a little bit there because I do shave it, but.
Yeah, we'll get that zapped.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's good because I hated shaving.
Yeah.
And
I don't mind it. It just I have to remind myself more.
And that's why I'm so glad that I got that going.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't have to shave it.
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm gonna. So anyway, as for passing, I think that getting rid of this really helped.
Yeah.
Because I don't even really have to worry about covering it up with makeup.
Yeah, I do right now because I'm not having a lot of laser, but I will at some point.
I don't have like 5 o'clock shadow or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I don't worry about anything like anything like that. I mean, a good friend of ours was just here today. She's a cis woman, and she had big armpit hair.
Yeah,
that was cool.
You're watching.
But we were talking about passing, and one of the things I was thinking about passing was, the only people I've ever heard say passing doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I hear a few people here and there say that.
Yeah.
The only people I ever say that are people that
automatically pass without having to surgery.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not just surgery, just without even trying.
Yeah.
They naturally and genetically pass because they're they're just they're just that way. They just have they're just very effeminate or androgynous people.
Or they just are so happy about themselves that they just are like, you don't have to.
Well, no, I mean, so it's like it's kind of I always analogize.
Yeah.
Yeah, analogize.
Yeah.
That the people who say passing never doesn't matter, plus because they pass easily.
Yeah.
It's the same as when you hear wealthy people say, oh, money is no issue. Money's not I don't care about money. Money's no big deal. It doesn't matter if you have money because they don't have to worry about money.
Yeah. Or they'll get upset at you when you say something to them about an issue when they have the money because they don't want
But
to
they don't
hear
have to
it
worry
just
about-
because they're rich and
They don't have to
or
worry
whatever
about,
you
they don't
want
have
to
to
say.
worry about rent, where their rent's coming from, and groceries and bills like
Yeah.
that, because they're wealthy, so they're like, oh yeah, money's not money.
Yeah.
Who cares if you're rich? Who cares about money? Money's not,
If who
It's-
cares?
it's a-
Who
it's a
cares
perfect
if you're
analogy.
poor? I don't care that you're poor. I just don't want to hear you complain about something that I don't even want to deal with just because I find it BS. Whatever. We're not saying it's anything wrong because they can say whatever they want online or wherever they say it. But to us personally, that's how we see it and how we understand it, how we perceive it. We really don't care what they say. It's just that's how we perceive it and how we see it.
Yeah.
Because it's their choice to say it and their choice to put it out there. But then they got to learn themselves how the repercussions and what it would do to people. But they're not doing that. And in the end, we just don't care. To be honest. You know, right? Yes, yeah. But yeah. But yeah.
Oh, there she is. It's still in our chat.
Yeah,
Spirit
no.
said that it's basically it's 40, almost 40.
Yeah.
Which is like 102 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So,
oh wow, that is hot.
So it's freaking hot here.
She said that, but
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
What are you doing?
oh, she is there. I was just double checking.
Yeah.
Oh, free speech. Everyone is free to say what they want, but they're not free from the repercussions of what they say. That is true. That's why people should think about things from both sides. To be like, if I say this, what are the effects from people who like it and are okay with what I say versus the people who may not be? So then, how should I fix it to where it either works for both sides or is okay with both sides, but may more preach towards, say, for example, the side I'm trying to go for more. And a lot of people don't do that because they think what I say is right and no one else is right. You know?
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, thank you for that.
Well, we do need to make because we're like brand new. We don't really have anybody being a mod.
Yeah.
So that is something we need to do is make a
Yeah.
mod.
We have either a friend we're looking at or someone else, one person to mod either on the Twitch side or the YouTube side. But for now,
Yeah.
But yeah, we're hoping at some point we can do that.
And we have our do we have a mod in our Discord yet?
Yeah, we have one for now.
Okay.
The MOLD.
Yeah.
Why?
This is fun.
No, I know. I just do that just because I find it funny.
Uh,
yeah. But yeah.
But so
Oh, I didn't get what you said there.
yeah. One of the things that
But yeah.
we were thinking about was that
Mhm.
I still think about how I don't know I don't really think of I don't know, passing is a strange thing because
Yeah.
it is in the eye of the beholder.
And how you
And-
see it and how you perceive it. But the only other reason that passing has to be a thing is just because a lot of cis people have a certain way in what they believe and sometimes and whatnot and different things.
Is that I know. I mean, there's what's going on right now, especially mainly in America. I've never actually noticed it here
Yeah.
in Australia,
Mhm.
but mainly in America, there's lots of transvestigations going
Yeah.
on, which is whether doubting whether even some cis women who are known to be cis,
Yeah.
just by their public reputations, are whether or not they're
Really trans or not.
really cis or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they really
And-
saying
and-
they're cis and actually lying about it?
Yeah, and it's like some I know Jack about American politics.
Yeah.
But it's some American
Yeah.
politician, political women.
Yeah.
And so people are basically wanting to bring them down.
Yeah.
And so they're transvestigating them and saying, oh, that person's actually a trans woman.
So then,
When it's obvious,
then-
obvious this person's been a cis woman their whole life.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and it also goes. It's also vice versa. They're transvestigating people because they're like, doing the whole. They don't want trans women in the bathrooms, and so,
Or
like people that obviously pass.
Yeah.
And they're saying, oh well, that's a trans woman, and she shouldn't be in the bathroom. It's all bullshit.
Yeah. Or
But
they shouldn't be working this job. Let's them, even though they're
but
cis.
the thing
Whatever.
is, the thing is, though, I, with passing though, and with the whole transvestigation. start to even do the quantification of what is, and this comes into of what is a woman, because this comes into where I was saying I didn't really even believe in gender, because if you it's really hard to quantify what makes it. If you're, just use the example of like the armpit hair and stuff like that, or square jaw, or what make
more or less rounded face.
I've personally made the mistake of talking to people that I thought were trans women, but turned out to be cis women. You know, I thought I was connecting with some people that were trans women in my community, only to like be like, oops, these were actually cis, and it was kind of a faux pas, you know? And that's just because they were actually cis women that looked very manly. You know. By societal standards. Right. And but that just goes to show you, you know, with the whole, you know, what is a woman? There is none. You know,
compared to more, even though we already know more on what's a man more than what we know what is a woman.
There is none. So you can't. That's why I said the whole gender spectrum thing. And it's all, again, it's my favorite buzzwords. It's cisgendered heteronormative corporate patriarchy bullshit thing that makes no sense. And you can't really pick people out and say, yeah, that's a man, that's a woman, based upon what they're wearing, how they look,
what they do,
you know,
how they act,
anything. You know? And mistakes are made, and they're even made by people in our community.
Or they're made by random people out of nowhere, being just judging something before they fully know the answer to it, or asking someone because they feel afraid and they feel scared and they feel that they're not in the right situation and they feel like that's the best thing to do. But the best thing would have been to do is just, if you don't want to be around them, just leave and come back either when they're not there or go somewhere else. If it's, for example, a restaurant, whatever, just go to what makes you comfortable. Don't go to where people don't make you uncomfortable and you have to make a scene about it.
But if they're made by people, if mistakes are made by people in our community, not that I'm like the greatest judge, but if they're made by people in our community like myself, who are probably able to clock people better than your average cis straight male who is transvestigating people, then how do you expect the average cis straight male in charge of transvestigating people to do a good job when even I make mistakes? To be blunt. You know?
Or they may not have the full clip notes or the full understanding of what it is, because within our community, there are a lot out there not situations like PCOS or endo. There's just
syndrome.
genetic variations that don't match the understanding of feminism. That is true, because we don't have a full 100% research done, and people are still trying to do that research to figure out all of that crap, including within our community and how it works and how it does this and how to spot these things. But if they did already figure it out, people would be feeling afraid to just go out. But people aren't. So that's why the research and things have not been done enough to be able to prove what goes on with a person within our community or just out in the normal world.
One thing's for sure, and I'll just pre-apologize to you, Sephiris, for this, is that you're going to hear these exact same topics over again, because these are things I specifically want to talk about when I have a much larger audience
it's just
on our
good
stream.
to get the ball rolling and know where people lie and whatever.
Because I've had these written down saying that these are things, things I really think would be awesome to talk about on streams. I haven't heard talked about on streams or on trans streams in general, or whatever, like on the by the bigger streamers. Because they tend to shy away from
the harsh topics.
Or things like that. You know, I mean, they want. I mean, we want to talk about fun things like fashion, makeup, fun stuff. You know, the fun trans stuff.
And sometimes
but
we
also want to talk about the more hardcore stuff, like you know, passing and what is a what is a woman, what is a man, what is chasers and you know all the hardcore shit.
Yeah. And all that crap.
And why not? So,
You know.
yeah. Where you going, babe? Okay. I'll just keep going.
Oh yeah, you can keep talking.
Anyway, do I need to move over?
No, just go this way a little bit.
Okay.
This, you're right a little bit.
I'll just stand.
No. I need you to, in your seat, to go this way a little bit.
Okay.
And just you can sit.
Okay.
You'll see what I'm doing.
All right, I just want to be off camera.
That's a surprise for
Okay, all right,
you
I
on camera.
All right, I just don't want to be out of camera.
I just don't know why, but I decided
You're feeling wacky and well,
Yes.
weird.
I want to move.
Oh wait, here. Yeah, I want to show your thing.
Yeah.
This back of this.
Oh yeah, I did show it kind of, but now.
I really like this outfit because it's a butterfly.
Yeah.
Here, let's move your hair a little.
Oh yeah.
This is a really cool thing. Yeah, it's a butterfly. I think that's super awesome.
Yeah.
I really like it.
And let me do this.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm hoping I can do this right. And
First spinning.
yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I also want to go.
There's people that do sleeping streams and they actually make donuts while doing it. Get donuts while doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but they're like.
I'm coming back. And you can sit back over when I get back.
There's a streamer I used to watch. This, unfortunately, not around anymore. They were in Poland, I think.
Yeah.
They were on. I think they're called Audrian. And they weren't trans. They weren't trans. They were a femboy streamer. And but they were in Poland, and they would. Yeah, I remember they. I really liked the things they talked about. But they would do they would occasionally do sleeping streams.
Or they just fall asleep and every time something big
people
happened.
people still they had a very huge following.
Yeah. And sometimes they get like, and sometimes something would happen where they get a fall or do something and they would wake up or whatever kind of thing.
No, something I didn't actually realize until recently.
Mm-hmm.
But it became a huge topic on social media. This is like months ago.
Yeah.
Just not that long ago. A couple months ago. I didn't realize the term femboy was a fetish category.
Oh wow, yeah.
Or a sexual fetish category.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought it was just an identity.
Yeah.
Like male, female, not male, female, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, it's on the spectrum. I thought it was a spectrum thing.
Yeah.
You know, you got man, woman, and then you got, trans woman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, blaha in the big. We have two blahas. We have
I'll get it.
a small and a big one. And then our friend
I don't know where the small
that we know of has four big, and one small. Grab the blaha right there. You can also grab my fan.
Well, it's actually good to know that
Yeah, I was going to see if you can grab my fan to bring over.
it's good to know that the camera's that good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know the camera can pick it up that well.
Yeah. So we got blaha number 1. It's a smaller version. And then blaha da da da.
It's more like a whale,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah. It's a blaha. But yeah. And now, as blaha goes, blaha fly. You see that? Yeah. I have a big and a small one. Big is the great for hugs. It is. And I like. I also have to grab this because I like to do this. As you can see. My biggest fan. My biggest fan.
It's your only fan.
Yes.
There's an OnlyFans joke in there.
No, I knew that. You mean the Battle Pass joke?
Yeah, Battle Pass.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure if you can make. I know that YouTube, not YouTube. I know Twitch would ban you if you were talking about OnlyFans in the context of having an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But we don't have an OnlyFans.
So
I think if you were just to refer to OnlyFans as the concept of
what it
the
is,
site existing,
or
making jokes about it,
then
I don't think you get in trouble.
Yeah. But it's really good. It's my biggest fan. My only fan.
Yeah.
My only fan. Yeah. But yeah. We put that aside for now. She tries to do it. Oh, you have it upside down. Here.
Fan is so gay.
Here.
Actually, that's
hold
the
it, like, watch, see how I have it, like, let it fall in my hand? And then... Yeah.
Actually, I guess you can be straight and trans though, so it actually doesn't.
True.
It doesn't have to be a gay thing.
No, yeah. No, yeah.
That's actually another topic I have. I mean, I can use my topics up now and save it for
and then recycle them as we need to.
Hopefully, have a bigger audience.
Yeah.
is that here I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
I have a terrible memory for that stuff.
The lack of a peanut.
I think you're gonna say lack of a penis. What the hell?
I said peanut.
I don't get that. Lack of a penis.
It's saying like small brain. It's a joke. It's a joke. I was joking.
Okay, but still, that's odd.
No, I know it's odd, but I was jokey. Pokey on the smoky.
So obviously, it's relatively. Now, within the trans community,
mm-hmm.
I don't even like to say that. Within the queer community,
yeah,
it's relatively not only assumed but I would say agreed upon.
Yeah.
That if a cishet straight guy,
mm-hmm.
Anyway, a straight guy is dates or has sex with,
mm-hmm.
or in a relationship with, or whatever, is with a trans woman.
Yeah.
Then he's still straight.
Yeah.
And that's a straight relationship.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a man and a woman.
Yeah.
That's relatively that's agreed upon within the queer.
Yeah.
Now in the straight community,
that's a no-no.
Well, no, I don't no. I mean, there's plenty of people. There's plenty of guys that do that.
Yeah.
And whether or not they consider themselves.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the guys that do it, they like to consider themselves straight.
Or do they do it just for like the fetish reason?
I think. Well, no, that's just chasers. I'm not talking about chasers.
Oh yeah.
I think the guys that do that, they probably like to consider themselves straight. But I think there's probably a large majority that the heterosexual community probably considers them gay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering, on both sides of the community, straight and gay. I mean, straight. Mm-hmm. Both sides of the community, queer and straight.
Yeah.
Sorry, terminology. Both sides of the community, though.
Yeah.
Those assumptions
mm-hmm.
that it's a straight relationship, mm-hmm. not the people that think it's gay.
Yeah.
The assumption that it's a straight relationship.
Yeah.
So that'd be the people. Does that only hold true if the guy is topping
mm-hmm.
the trans woman?
Yeah.
What if
it's the other way around and the roles are reversed?
Yeah, I mean, and that yeah. What if the cishet guy is a bottom to the trans woman?
Yeah.
Is it considered? Would it be considered gay even in the queer community?
Or would it be straight? But
now, I know for myself personally, and in probably a good portion of the community, just because you're a bottom and even submissive bottom, doesn't make you gay.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, unless you're with a person of the same sex.
Yeah.
But yeah. It depends. I mean, it's like, oh, I mean, okay. See, this is the kind of topic. I'm glad you're responding. This is the kind of stuff I like to bring. But let's take this another step. Step. What about a cishet couple? So a man and a woman, both
male, female,
both
cishet.
Mm-hmm. You know, but they exclusively. Their sex life exclusively is her using a strap-on him. And so he's exclusively the bottom in the relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
That they would consider straight.
I would say they're still straight.
They would say it's straight because it's considered the P word.
What? You say
pegging.
Yeah, that's fine to say.
No, yeah,
you say pegging, you say penis, whatever.
No, I know. Yeah. I just kind of, it's just my whole mind of originally coming from a YouTube channel that was more all audience friendly and kid friendly, and so I mean that's why I say these certain things, because I'm so used to being from a virtual YouTube channel that tried to be E for everyone kind of YouTube channel.
I mean, there's a lot. There's relationships that where guys are in female dominant relationships, or the guy likes to play.
You have the woman be a dom.
Yeah, or just likes that relationship,
Yeah.
So I mean, it is being a submissive bottom
Yeah.
automatically.
Makes
gay.
you.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either. It's just
It's
more
the inclusion of a penis.
Yeah.
What makes it gay?
Yeah. Oh, that is true. It doesn't mean much to you and people who are, but people who are mainly because of the gender stuff might see it that way. It's more of a suggestive kind of, as you want to put it, way of just looking at things, because one person may see it as, oh, I don't see this for this reason because I believe in this, or the other person may say, oh, I see it this way because I believe in this, but another person may say, no, I see it this way just because of what it is, and you have to look at everybody's perspective on how they see things, not just what one person says and goes with it, because you can't take into account everybody, then why are you asking the question in the first place? If you ask the question in the first place, only get one answer out of it, and for the answer that you want, then, like I said, why are you asking these questions? Why are you believing this? Why are you looking at this? Why? But there, most of the times, yes, you can say that, depending on what it is. It's just you got to look at who's right and who's wrong, or does this line up with this, or whatever. Right?
Because also, oh, sorry. Yeah.
You're fine.
I think that, like, when you have that, even though it's a strap-on,
yeah,
it's one person's being dominant.
Yeah.
And so that's like, even though it's an inanimate object, that's a dominant cock substitute.
Yeah.
Whereas in the queer community, there's the concept of, particularly with trans women, but this also exists in the gay male community too.
And or just
I'm going to say this.
Oh yeah.
In the gay community, there's the concept of a feminine penis. And because there's gay men in general tend to be very masculine with their penises and very well, I guess even straight men too. It's a very aggressive, dominant thing. Particularly people who are tops. And straight men are always tops. And then in the gay male community, you have your bottoms and your tops. And then of course in the gay male community, you'll have effeminate men and femboys and stuff like that.
Or you got on the women's side, you got women or tomboys.
Yeah, but that's a whole other.
That's a whole other thing.
So I'm talking about there's the concept of a feminine penis.
Yeah.
I would say I have a feminine penis.
Yeah.
And I've never in my entire life been interested in using it as
baby
in a dominant way.
Yeah.
Or
or also as other people would call it the baby maker.
In a topping way,
Yeah.
And so this is what I get off top here is that I just think that I can't tell where we're going with this. Is that
that you saw?
Oh yeah. Are you gay? Are you still gay?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gay because we're both
trans women.
Well, again, there's the whole thing with the terminology. And
I'm only just using that just because
we're using the label because it's simple.
Yeah, because it's simple to understand, and that's what people want to look for.
Yeah. This is where it gets really difficult. I mean, okay, if we want to say that we're both trans women, then yes, it's a gay relationship.
Yeah.
If we want to say we're both gay men, which we're not, we don't use that label, obviously.
Yeah.
Then again, it's like gay relationship.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're going by purely biological, it's a gay relationship.
Yeah.
If you're going by, but if we're both, say, gender non-conforming, or I don't know, non-binary.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess actually, there's even a better question. If two gender non-conforming people are together, or and first of all, I guess the best question is, why do we need labels, right?
Yeah.
But if two gender non-conforming people together, or two non-binary people together, it's, in my opinion, it's neither gay nor straight.
Yeah.
You know,
the way I see it.
Or bisexual.
Yeah. But the way I see it, it's because it's like, we have to have a label, because then it's like, we can't put a face to something, or we can't say, oh, who's John Doe, who's Mary, for example. Then we can't say, oh, we know this person, I know this person. It's like, I saw this video saying, like, what would a world be without names, for example, or whatever it was. And it was kind of hard to say, oh, I know this friend, I know this friend, I know that friend. Oh, let me scroll through my thing. Which friend is this? Is it a friend of this, friend of that? It's like putting something in a box and saying this is what we should call it, kind of thing.
And I want to point out, I'm not ignorant, that I do realize that in non-binary and gender non-conforming, I do realize that there's the masculine and feminine aspects of both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean.
Oh yeah.
You could say. You could say if it's a masc non-binary and a fem non-binary, then it's straight, and if it's a masc non-binary and a masc non-binary, then it's gay. I realize you could do that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's still. Yeah. Exactly, I agree 100% there with what
Sophia so do I, actually.
Is that it's basically just done so that you can explain it to the normies.
Yeah, and be like, oh, this is what it is because of the name. Or here's what it is because of this.
So you don't have to have these hour-long conversations.
You can just say, oh, I'm this. You can just, if you were to come out of the closet, for example, when you say, oh, I'm this, they automatically know, oh, I know what that is. Or if you say, oh, I'm this, they're like, oh, I know. Or if they say, oh, you're this, oh, I know. I'm just saying, it sounds like I'm repeating myself there, but you can put that in different contexts, of different, whatever you can think of that's in the queer community that someone could be.
But then the problem comes up here is, I should say the problem comes up here.
Yeah.
But I'm saying then the issue comes up here is that, we're going to be doing these streams.
Mm-hmm.
These streams are always going to cover these topics.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because this is the kind of audience we want to get. This is the kind of stuff we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm. It's just
this is the kind of topics we want to address.
Yeah.
I'm repeating myself here. So, how do we do that without having to go through this song and dance every single time?
Of just saying this, saying that, saying.
Of explaining ourselves.
Just like
explaining our stance on the on gender and the issue and the topic.
Yeah, every single time.
Every single time. Obviously, once you become an established streamer.
Yeah. Makes
and
it
people
really
know you. Like people would be like, if you were somebody famous with like 100,000 followers, or whatever, that's kind of a big number.
I'm only gonna
let's just say, I'm not gonna use somebody's name. I'm just saying, if you're a established streamer and you have like a lot of followers, and people, everyone knows you, and be like, oh yeah, well, streamer blah blah blah. Everyone knows this is how they feel about gender and everything like that. So new people coming into the stream, they just learn as they watch, and they already know.
Or they already kind of know what they're gonna say based on something that is viral on Twitter.
Yeah, they've seen their Twitter stream, they've read their blogs, and then blah, blah.
Or they check their Twitter first before coming to stream, or oh, I saw this viral thing that's come out. I know they're gonna talk about it at some point on stream, but I have my side of point of it. Let me see what their point of view is on it, based on how they feel and how they see things already, based on how popular they are.
But the problem is if you don't do that, or if you don't re-explain yourself and add it infinitum, every single time, you risk the problem of people misunderstanding you, or misconstruing you.
As I want to put it, things going over your head or going out one ear and in the other.
Well, no, just you don't want people to misunderstand or misconstrue you, and later on down the line, they're like, oh, but I thought you two were transgender.
Yeah.
Why are you saying this now, which contradicts what you said earlier? It's like, well, that's because we didn't explain the last 15 times that we're not, or we didn't explain our stance on gender the last 15 streams.
Or you just came into our stream now, and only to a point where we're talking about it now, but you missed the key points before that because you never actually really saw our streams from the beginning.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. It's like, where's the give and the take when it comes to,
and then what you have,
when do we repeat ourselves, when do we say the same stuff?
And then you end up alienating older viewers.
Yeah.
Who are like, well, I don't want to see you sit there for a half hour re-explain yourself every single time you go to stream.
The only time we would have to say something is like, oh, sorry that you missed this. Hopefully you can go back and rewatch it on our channel, or maybe hopefully you can go back and do this, and hopefully, or maybe scroll back to our Twitter, wherever you are at, to hopefully find the answers that you're looking for. We can't give them to you right now because not everybody's going to want to rehear us saying the same thing over and over again, but that is the answer we're going to have to give people sometimes, if that comes up later down the line, if we ever become popular and people ask, why do you feel this way, kind of thing.
This might be why some of the streamers that we really like have YouTube channels with shorter videos that are either clips from the stream or just YouTube videos that they've made. Accounts that kind of explain. Yeah, Chris just says clips and VODs on YouTube.
No, yeah.
We're totally in sync here, Spears.
No, yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that clips and VODs on YouTube of the things that we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason is because it's easier to find. It's much shorter. It's it doesn't go in one ear, it doesn't go out the other. It's, you know, you can still have all your streams up there for people to watch later. But then if you had the VODs from that stream as well, it also goes ahead and gives them the point to be like, oh, I understand that. Oh, I understand that kind of thing. You know. Oh, they make this joke. Oh, this is why they make these jokes. So this is X. This is Y. This is Z. And I actually was originally going back and planning on later clipping, I think, yesterday's stream and clipping some stuff from today's stream and all that as to put on our channel and all that crap. But I haven't done that yet because I'm trying to find a program that I can go through and just edit it and cut things around and all that. And yeah, we can do that, which is true. That's kind of why we yeah, that'd be cool. Or maybe like a website or something, maybe to explain who we are and then change things as we go, and as we feel on stances and different things. You know?
Good call.
Yeah, which I can kind of work on because I know things like Wix and how to set that up and
I know
website building and
I'm
stuff.
down. I know everything from HTML to most of the major
like Python and all
WYSIWYG
that.
editors. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you know some programming. You don't know many programming languages, but you've heard of them. We will have to work on that at some point as we become a little bit more into our streams and a little bit more involved. But for now, we're just because all we have for now for people to hear, understand us, see who we are, whatever is Twitter, Discord. I know we want to do a Reddit at some point, and there are other ways we can reach out to the community and stuff like that. But for now, that's what we have for now until we can build those more and get them more established and pushed out for the community to just talk back and forth with each other if it's not always just on stream. You know? So, you know, there's that. And the other topic I wanted to, like, as you brought it up about the whole femboy, masculine thing.
Well, I didn't really get to talk on that.
But you can go back on that.
Well, that was just something random that popped in my head.
No, yeah, but it's still good to kind of bring up.
I'm not gonna name names, but there's this person I know. I know of them. I'm not friends with them.
Yeah.
But there's this person I know online that has the word femboy in their name.
Yeah. Or someone who was a femboy but still is, but goes by a different name now.
Well, no. Anyway, they have the word femboy in their name, and they've built quite a following for themselves. Yeah. But I think they're a trans woman now.
Yeah.
But,
I know who you're talking about.
But because they have the word, because they built a huge following for themselves socially as well as business wise, basically.
Yeah.
And not only fans, by the way, just an actual business.
Yeah.
They have to keep the word femboy in their name because it's branding.
Yeah, because that's what they originally were known by.
And but they went viral. This is several months ago.
Yeah.
In the trans community.
Yeah.
Because, which people love to just shit on things that they can shit on.
Yeah.
Because people are saying, well, they're saying, like, because the person made a post about, actually the person I know what it was. The person made some sort of post about how they wish trans women didn't have to work as sex workers and do OnlyFans and like that.
Yeah.
And so a whole bunch of trans women that do have OnlyFans
We're really upset
got
about
really
that.
upset over them, and they basically said, well, why are you using the name femboy, which is a sexual fetish term, you
Yeah.
know, and a whole bunch of people agreed with that,
Yeah.
saying yeah, and backing that up.
Yeah.
And I actually had no idea. And I had always just thought, yeah, femboy was just, again, part of the spectrum is that you got man, you got woman, and then and there you got tomboy, and you got and you got femboy, and you got
woman and
GNC,
tomboy,
gender nonconforming, and all that kind of stuff, and it just fits there within the whole thing, And femboy is just one of those things that's, it's a boy that dresses femme, and then over here you got tomboys, you got women that dress tomboyish,
or
blah, blah,
women
blah.
who dress more manly.
So I thought it was just an innocent term.
Yeah.
But apparently it's a sexual fetish term. Somehow. Gotten there.
Oh yeah.
And so I mean, it was just one or two people saying that, but apparently it was backed up by everyone that it's a sexual fetish term.
Just because everybody needs to get their voice across and figure out where to put themselves in a box.
I'm pretty sure if you do know who that is, the first, or whether or not, I'm pretty sure they go by she, her now, and they are on HRT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which actually is a whole other topic I would like to bring up.
Yeah.
If we want to keep talking on that, we can keep talking on that. But so anyway, that's just interesting news to me. I don't know if I actually personally agree.
Yeah.
I think like I said, I never really did labels, and I don't know if I ever. The term when I was coming out, I don't think the term femboy existed.
Yeah, it did for me, but it wasn't very well known with the information.
You're younger than me.
No, I am, but when it did slowly start coming out, it wasn't really as known and really understood, and very had less information compared to nowadays, where it's widely spread and really well known. Because I didn't know what that was, because all I knew for me personally was the term. As you, I'm gonna use it because I know we don't use labels here. But if people want to hear it with labels,
actually, I got a great,
as non-binary.
I got a great thing.
Because of going non-binary, it took me into the femboy side, and that's how I learned about it that way.
I got an awesome thing to add this actually, which kind of fits in with this. Like I said, when I was coming out, when I was younger, and I was getting my feet wet. Like I said, the term femboy didn't exist. I was gonna get my feet wet. I get my feet wet in the gay community and the gay male community. And so the people that would be considered femboys now, back then were just twinks. Yeah. And that's just that, whatever. Yeah. And I'm hoping that term is not considered a slur to say on Twitch. Yeah. And the reason I say I hope that, and I don't think it is, I've heard people say that. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 1,000% yet. Well, the reason here's why. Because Reddit sucks in pretty much every way, shape, and form, because it's run by mods that are power hungry.
And always think that they can control everything.
Yeah, they control everything.
And you can suck down to the
99% of them are 98% of them, because there's some good ones. 98% of them are usually,
if you don't listen to me or understand our rules, then you're.
Let me talk about that. 98% are cishet neckbeards. Controlling their subreddits, and being power hungry. Now, obviously, if you have the queer subreddits, it's like that's not true. But I'm saying the queer subreddits are like 1%, right?
I can say otherwise that there have been some queer subreddits that
but that's
for our community mainly.
The queer subreddits are like 1% of Reddit.
No, but I've seen our community version of the queer subreddits that can be somewhat controlled by people.
Well, even so. Anyway, that's not my point. I'm talking about the rest of Reddit. Okay.
Oh yeah.
The 98% of Reddit.
Yeah.
Anywho. My point is here. So I was in r/movies, the movie subreddit, which is an absolutely huge one. It's probably has like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Yeah. And this is years and years ago.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking about The Lion King.
Yeah.
And this is when I was younger. And again, my favorite character from The Lion King is Timon.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
And just talking, and so because it's my favorite movie, I was making this huge long post about how much I love The Lion King and blah 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 blah. It wasn't really centered even about Timon. I just casually mentioned in there that, and like I said, we're both furries. I mentioned that in the last stream. We're furries, so I just casually mentioned in there, and I really like Timon, and I can't remember exactly how I phrased this.
Yeah.
But I basically said, and Timon is like a twink. He's like a gay twink. He's definitely played as a gay character.
Yeah.
Both him and Pumbaa were.
Yeah.
And Timon is like a twink.
Yeah.
And just the way he acts. And plus he's the way he's drawn us out and all that. Needless to say, I was banned immediately, permanently. Not even with like, you can come back or you get 10 days or anything like that. I was banned permanently because according to the mods of r/movies, twink is a slur. And I was like, I've grown up and lived in the gay community my entire life,
and it's not.
And there's you got twink and bear and otter and all these terms for gay men that are freely used and positively.
And how I know about the whole,
it's never been a slur that's my entire life.
Yeah.
And still isn't.
Yeah. And the whole reason I know about those and how I learned about sorry for cutting you off there.
Yeah, no, I was saying, but that was so stupid.
Yeah, and how I was saying I was gonna add to that how I learned about what some of those words are used in the gay community was from a show that I actually liked that you got me hooked on was It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Well, there's lots of shows that use.
No, yeah, there is, but there was an episode where they were trying to convince this guy, and they took him originally to a gay bar, and they couldn't know who he was, and they're like, "Are you this? Are you that?" And he's like, "Oh," blah, blah, blah. And then later, in some episodes later down the line, they took him back to the same bar, and they realized it because they learned after a while who the person they were trying to convince was, that they realized who his as you want to put it labels were based in that gay community because of him being a gay guy. Yeah, and that's how I learned about it and understood kind of somewhat of what those terms meant and what they understood within the gay community. It just
really personally bugged me though because I, even though I'm not really considering myself in the gay community anymore because I'm a trans woman now. Yeah. It's just that I grew up and lived in the gay community my whole adult life, and I know the terminology very well and what is positive and what is not, and what is slurs and what is not. And like I said, and I know how we define and talk ourselves and all that kind of stuff. And it's like that person obviously had no clue. Yeah. And it's like it's not even a divisive word like a lot of people don't like using the word queer. Yeah. It's like it's not even one of those words. It's like twink has never been a slur. Yeah. It's like bear has never been a slur. Yeah.
Yeah. And even within the femboy community or whatnot, that's also still a term used.
But I've just never heard that from anyone ever.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like among ourselves. Yeah. You can't even say it on Reddit. The TR word.
For example,
the bad word for trans. Some people it's still commonly used within the trans community amongst ourselves. Yeah. I don't use it, but it's still. That's like the N word. It's like
or the F word.
Well,
which you really can't say within our community either.
Well, you can. But not that many people use that. Yeah. My point is, twink has just been. I just never heard that. Anyway, it just really was personally upset.
Yeah, but kind of like that. Going off of your thing. Yeah. Because of me being, I'm not gonna put labels here, but if I had to put a label, I would say trans. But I'm not gonna put one. I went to a community because the way I dress, I like to dress more alternative and goth and all this crap. I went to I think it was an alternative or goth or whatever, one of those kind of subreddits where they show off their fashion and whatever.
Right. Okay.
And I posted one in there because I got accepted in because you had to get accepted in, you had to basically reach out to the mods and they had to accept you in and this and that. And I got accepted in, and I posted my first picture of myself. It got some good upvotes. It was fine. Posted it again. I got banned for no dumb reason. After the first post, when I went to go try to do the second one, the first second I posted a picture in there, like that, I was banned. Because apparently they didn't say what it was, but my assumption is I was a man posing as a woman in their mind. So they're like, this is a man posing as a woman. They don't even match our style of how we dress based on alternative or goth or whatever. Even though I do, because I know it goes into it, because I actually do dress that way. I just dress more on the toned down version, and they were like, nope. Like they didn't say it to me, but it felt like F you and give me the middle finger. And they've done that in a few communities. Even I randomly said in a comment to someone's thing on one of those Reddit's pages that I liked as well to go with that style. I said, I just like your jacket. I thought it was cool, and they thought I was sexualizing it, and I really wasn't. Because I said, hey, I think you're cool. You look hot. I like your jacket, and they thought I was sexualizing it. I was just complimenting the lady and complimenting her on her jacket, and they thought I was being sexual about it, and I really wasn't, and it really hurt me.
Yeah.
And I really liked that subreddit because I posted, and I wanted to post on there, and I liked it because it was one of the communities I really connected with. But to have someone do that to me really hurt me, kind of like you in the whole movie thing.
I mean, it didn't even so much hurt me. I just thought it was stupid.
I know, I thought it was stupid too, and all I did was post one picture, and showing off my fashion, and they thought it was stupid. And another subreddit, I had the same thing, and they said, oh, I posted on there, and they said, oh, this doesn't fit our subreddit. You need to go post here. Oh, this is why we removed your post. And it was on r/emo for some reason. And they had you could click on it to add a tag to it, and it said alternative or goth or emo or whatever. And I knew it was, and I got taken off from it to go say, oh, go post in this subreddit, which is r/alt, because it's more tame there. And I go to post there with that same outfit, and I get it removed because it's not fitting within their fashion and where they're Reddit. And it's like, if someone on this Reddit told me to go because it was a mod, tell me to go here to this subreddit because it would fit, but then it gets removed. Why am I getting told by another moderator from Reddit to go to another mod, to go to another subreddit where it would fit better, but then the other mod removes it because it doesn't really fit? It's like, who's communicating to who, or who's giving the finger to who? It's like, this is why I really hate Reddit, because I only post on Reddits I know people will comment or like or upvote or do whatever. Other than that, I barely post on the ones that people are really rude on, or even if they are, I only do like one post in a blue moon or something on there. That's, even though I know we want to have our own Reddit on there, because it would really help us being creators. We just still look at Reddit as a source of more people want to be power hungry than anything.
Yeah.
We're not coming down on it because of, like we said, we want to have a Reddit community, like maybe a snack pack on there or whatever we want to call it.
Just within the good ones, though.
But just within the good ones we really like. But there are a lot more. You'll find more ones that aren't compared to are, and when you find the ones that are, it's far few in between.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, that's here nor there. You know. But that's just how we see it. And
But something I was thinking of was that, because we were talking about femboy.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't care whether it's considered a...
Oh, Ellie's here.
Who?
Our friend Ellie.
Oh, hey, Ellie.
The repro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Awesome.
You can go back and watch this later because this will be on VOD for 7 days. Because yeah.
So about the term. So regardless of the term femboy, I don't care whether.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally don't consider it a sexual.
Yeah.
Thing. So, but whether people do or not, it doesn't matter to me. What I was saying though is something that does. I don't want to say it bothers me, but I want to say, yeah, we're doing well. I don't. We're hot. That's no, I don't. We're super hot. Like it's like not. You obviously know how hot it is, Ellie.
Yeah.
But we don't have air conditioning, and so all we have is like two fans.
That's you can barely.
So it's like a pizza oven.
Yeah.
Here it's like at least 30 degrees in the house.
Yeah.
At least. And
and whatnot.
Anyway, so we were discussing terms like femboy, because a friend of ours, well, they're not actually a friend, but a person we know online, they were a femboy, but now they're trans woman, but they still have to use the term femboy because it's their brand name, and they got accused that, well, why are you still using the term femboy? Because that's a sexual fetish term, but I actually never knew that was a sexual fetish term. But that's neither here nor there right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what I'm going into that is that what that made me think of is that something that I recently come to light for me is I know of a good number of people. There's probably a lot more of these, but I know of a good number of social media famous people.
Mm-hmm.
So not like big time celebrities, but social media famous people like streamers and content creators and OnlyFanners and stuff like that. The social media type people. Mm-hmm. And then these are the people like hundreds of thousands of followers. So like the big timers.
Yeah.
That say they are trans women on HRT.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's not like I spend a lot of my time digging into their lives and learning about them. But I've come to learn that they're actually, they were all previously femboys, and now they're they're trans women on HRT by their own self-definitions.
Yeah.
But they're actually only taking estrogen. Yeah. No testosterone blockers. And in my personal opinion, that doesn't make you on HRT.
Yeah.
That HRT by its own acronym is hormone replacement therapy. You're taking away one hormone and you're replacing it with another.
Yeah.
If all you're doing is just
giving
taking
yourself
estrogen in general, that's a hormone addition.
Yeah. It should be
and from everything I've ever learned from reading and talking to endocrinologists and stuff like that, it doesn't. Estrogen in itself does not work as well without the testosterone being taken away first.
Yeah.
You can do the monotherapy later on.
Yeah.
But just putting on, it'll give you a few of the maybe things like softer skin, softer hair, that kind of thing.
Stronger hair.
But nevertheless, I don't know why it bothers me, but I just think that it's kind of like I guess it is me being kind of gatekeeping. But saying you're a trans woman on HRT when you're not actually on the full spectrum HRT, full blown HRT, it's kind of lying.
Yeah. They should instead kind of classify it more, but no one wants to do it, as HRT is hormone replacement therapy and HAT hormone additive therapy.
Oh, okay, I'll repeat for Sapphirus because this is important.
Yeah.
Actually. So what I said, Sapphirus, is that there are some very popular social media people, like the people that have like hundreds of thousands of followers, and they do like streaming and OnlyFans and content creation and stuff like that, and Twitch and all that. And these are people that used to be femboys, and now by their own identification, they call themselves trans women that are on HRT, but they're not. But now through my own not so much investigation, but just by following them and learning of them, they're actually not on full spectrum HRT. They're just taking estrogen. Yeah. They're not doing a testosterone blocker, and in my personal sense, I'm not trying to be gatekeeping, but I guess I am, is that if you're not taking a testosterone blocker, then you're not actually doing hormone replacement therapy. You're not actually replacing one hormone with another. You're just adding on another hormone.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really make you on HRT. That just makes you a femboy still just adding estrogen.
Yeah. And that's why I came up with the whole hormone replacement therapy, HRT, or hormone additive therapy, HAT.
I mean, I guess if anyone wants to say, I guess anyone can say they're a trans woman if they're a trans woman, but it is their life. You're right. It's not that important. What somebody wants to do with their life, they can do with their life. Yeah. You can run around naked with Jello on you, right?
Yeah. Or you can slap yourself silly and knock
but
yourself out.
It's just I just think there's I mean I think from my understanding from reading and talking to my own endocrinologist, monotherapy only works after you've already been on a T blocker for a while. Yeah. I mean, I'm actually on monotherapy now, but I've been on a T blocker for years.
Yeah.
And that's because my estrogen is already so low, I don't really need it anymore.
Yeah. And for me personally, I've been on.
Well, you just
blockers. I just started, but I've been on, I'm calling it now, 3 months, and all that. And I've been on the first half was the low dose of estrogen, and the second half is the second jump up of estrogen on the pills. I'm not going to say and whatnot.
I don't know, I guess, hey, if it's gatekeepy, then I'll stop doing it because I don't like gatekeeping.
Oh, yeah. Which we're not trying to gatekeep, we're just trying to give our opinion on how we see it. We're not really trying to gatekeep. They can do whatever they want, and they're okay to do it, and how they see it. It's just this is how we see it from our own perspective and our own acknowledgement and how we feel about it. We're not really just trying to gatekeep someone.
So
we're not
I
really
do
trying
think,
to,
and again, I guess it's all about labels. I just think there is a difference.
And how you see it,
well,
how you perceive it.
No, I guess there is a difference between, trans women and femboys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't we mostly usually say that, even though it's still a label, right? Because or there's a difference between HRT femboys.
Yeah.
And all that. I mean, it's a spectrum.
Yeah. Whatever.
I think a big difference in part of that spectrum is stopping your testosterone.
Yeah.
Or just for a lot of us. I mean, a lot of us, we those of us, all those of us here talking, we all know that HRT changed our lives.
Yeah.
It changed all of our lives. And so, and I know I can speak for myself personally because I obviously can't speak for anyone else. Yeah, getting rid of that testosterone completely changed who I am, how I how I am physically, how I think, everything.
I believe what you just want to understand.
Everything, and then the estrogen itself then changed me even more, and so I just think that it is such a big part of who you are
as a person. Not just who you are as I'm gonna come across. I don't want to come across like I'm saying anything rude here, but as a person who should fit one label just because that's how they were born. No, it chemically changes your makeup and who you are.
Yeah.
We just don't have that much science to back it up because.
Well, I mean, your brain's chemical.
Your brain is chemical. Sense. Yeah, it makes sense, but we don't have the science to back it up, so no one can really prove it for now, and so people have to put their own stance out there to say, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, but in reality, everything should be backed up by science, and until we can prove it, no one can say here nor there. But people want to say that they're here, that it's here nor there, just because they want to have a purpose and a meaning to who they are as a human being.
I mean, as Chris says, your mileage may vary.
Yeah.
But I think if you still have that testosterone, because you're not blocking it, you're definitely different than the trans woman who has blocked it.
Yeah. Or the person who really hasn't and
has a high estrogen level now.
Or has no estrogen and has only the testosterone. Or, for example, who's blocked their estrogen.
I'm a completely different person now than I was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Completely.
And or persons, for example, who, because I know we're talking about MTF, or if you're FTM, blocking your estrogen and going testosterone route.
I mean, in the long run.
Yeah. It's however you see
as
it,
Ellie
however
says,
you believe it.
Is it really all important? It's another person.
Yeah.
What they do with their life. Who cares? I don't judge other people. I don't tell them what to do.
No.
If they want to take horse steroids, go ahead and take horse steroids.
If they want to do DIY, go do DIY. You'll find out later, and you'll find out and fuck around, and then realize later that it's either good or it either isn't.
Yeah, I mean. So I mean.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay. My personality totally did change. See, not for me. And if you don't have to say if you don't want to. I mean, how long have you been on HRT?
Yeah. But yeah.
For me, while you're answering that, if you do want to answer, for me, and unfortunately I can't remember how long it took me to change.
Yeah.
Because my memory's really bad. Because oh wow, 2 years, so we're the same. Awesome. Well, then that's actually surprising.
Yeah.
My personality. Basically, for me, I was really obsessed with sex, and I did not like that. I did not like that about myself at all, and yeah, I did not like that about myself at all. I wasn't able to have. I mean, I wasn't like a crazy person like that. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's just that it was a very dominant aspect of my personality. Okay. I mean, I was still able to have normal conversations.
Needed to be funny. I just showed off the goat.
Yeah. I still able to have normal conversations. I still hung out with people. I was still, able to be around children and all that. I was a completely normal person.
Yeah.
It just was a dominant aspect of my personality, right? And I didn't like that. Yeah. I wanted it to be just something that only came up when I was in the mood. When I was wanting to,
or when it was the right time.
When I was wanting to be with my partner
my partner
in the sexual setting. Yeah. But it was just something I was. I think this is common of most. Okay.
All
right, I think this is common of most.
Knee slapper.
I don't want to say this is how I thought of myself at the time, because I never really thought of myself at the time. But I think this is common of most cishet men are always sexual, so that's why the porn industry exists, and that's why strip clubs exist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And OnlyFans exists and stuff like that, because it's filling a need. People they have that mindset, that very sexual mindset, and
it needs to be filled.
And it needs to be filled. It's always there, and they're willing to pay out money to it, and that kind of thing. And there's cishet men though too that has zero interest in sex. So I guess it all depends on what kind of man you were. And I was that kind of man that was really interested in that, and even when I had girlfriends and stuff like that, and boyfriends, because I was bi, and bisexuality is something I want to talk about later on. But, I had boyfriends and girlfriends and all that. I always went straight for like getting into the bedroom as soon as possible, and stuff like that. And I didn't like that. I wanted more of a relationship and whatnot. And so I was so happy once I got the testosterone turned off, I could be more of the person I wanted to be, and which I am now. And I love that. And it's just a complete personality change. The real me shows through. The real me is,
which I love about that.
Who I am. Well, and it was a personal case. She was. We're okay with time, but she was never a very sexual person, even pre-HRT, as the man she used to be. So she was probably more like you, Ellie. So for some people, maybe it's not a big personality change. For me, it was a complete personality change. Yeah, that's cool. And okay, well, and the thing is, though, is mine's gone too far down though. I've had a complete libido drop. And I want it to be back up a little. So that's why I've talked to my
endo
GP
endo
person, and that's why I've gone off of my blocker, and I'm doing monotherapy, so that it can come back up a little.
And then until we get to a point where we can probably put her back on potentially.
Well, hopefully I'm getting a slight testosterone rise.
And then you can put it back on and then keep it balanced at that level.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're working on.
So well, thank you all for being here. And
we're gonna close up now. Yeah, we haven't eaten all day.
No, we haven't, because we need to go make dinner.
So that's why 39.
I was trying to originally end it at 8:20.
It's not good, babe.
But thank you all for being here. Yeah, it is interesting how
it's too bad we only had like 10, 15 minutes with Ellie.
No, yeah. But Ellie, again, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up when you did. The Fears, again, for being here. Thank you for chatting with us and all that. And thank you to everyone who could be here and who could watch the stream and all that. We are going to end the stream soon. But again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you whenever we stream again next. And all that. And we will have other things to do and all that. But again, thank you. And hope you all have a good rest of your day, your night, whatever. Wherever you're from.